Today we'll be learning how to install the headless CMS Strapi on top of a MySql database. So let's get started. First thing is you need to go to the Strapi documentation here. And when you land here, you will see a 3-minute long video. This video actually covers how to install Strapi on your local machine with the default database. But what we want to know is how to install it on top of the MySql database, right? So let's copy the create Strapi app command from here. Open your terminal and go to the folder where you want to install your Strapi. So let me create a folder, headless CMS, and then I will cd into that folder. There we go. Right, so let me increase the font so that you can see it. Okay, right, so next is open your MAMP and start it. I've already started it, and then go to your localhost 8888 port, and then you will be landed on this page. Go to the MySql section, and then here you have all of the credentials you will need in order to connect your Strapi installation with your MySql. And then in the PHP section, which you can click on this link and reach to, you can go into the database and then create as many database. So let's say Strapi plain. Okay, so we created it. So we have got a new database now, Strapi plain. Right, so let's go back and head to our command, go back to our folder here and then paste it. Now remember, you don't have to name it my project. You can name it as anything. So I'm gonna name it Strapi plain. I think that's the name of our database also. Yeah, that's what I'm going to name it, Strapi plain. Okay, so it will start installing Strapi and it will fetch quite a lot of packages and dependencies when it installs it. And then after it installs it, it will ask you which installation type you wanna do it. So do not choose the quick start one, choose the custom manual setting. Here you will be asked which database you wanna use. So select MySql. Then you can say what's the name of the database. So I will say Strapi plain. Then the host, so I'll just say localhost. The port is different because I have installed man. So my port is 8889. So I'm gonna say 8889, and then the username is root, password is root. Right. I don't want to enable the SSL connection because it's on my localhost. So say no. And then once you select all these options, your Strapi installation will create some database table in your MySql database that helps Strapi to manage and restart and make sure that all the interaction which is happening inside the Strapi data management system UI for the admin panel is maintained. And that's why it is important to understand that when Strapi gets installed, all these things will be created in the background. And as we know that Strapi is a headless CMS and it works on Node.js. So let's say, for example, if I open another terminal and let me increase the font size. So what you can do is you need to first check what Node version is installed on your machine. You can easily install Node with the help of the local machine installer. So you can go Node.js and then click on the nodejs.org website here. And then this website will provide you two different options to install on your machine. So if you're using Mac, then this is the two different option. Current version is 16.3, but obviously I have installed the LTS long term support one. You can also go to other installation platforms like Windows or Linux, etc. I think this website automatically detects which platform you are on, and by this way you can install your node and then check it. Also, because you might have noticed just now that I have actually used the yarn command, but you can actually install it with the npx also. Reason I have used yarn command is because if there are any warnings or errors, yarn doesn't actually stop the installation, it continues it. Whereas when you install something with the help of npx, it will straight away restrict the further actions to be taken if there is any kind of error. That's why I prefer to use yarn uh, uh, mostly very cases. So this is the reason I have used yarn. In order to understand if you have yarn or not, you can simply say yarn v, and then it will tell you what version of yarn is installed on your machine. There you go. So currently it's 1.22.10 version is installed on the machine. Right, so the Strapi is installed on our machine. It took a good 5 minutes, although I have a 150 Mbps fast fiber optics connection. Still, it took 5 minutes, so you can imagine how long it will take if you have slower connection. Right, so let's go back and then see what we need to do in order to start our Strapi instance. So after installation of the Strapi, you will see on your screen that you have few options, but remember, you have installed Strapi inside Strapi_plain folder. So you need to first cd into that folder, and then only you start the Strapi instance. Right. So you have multiple options here. You can yarn develop, and it will open it in watch mode, and you can do yarn start. It will open it without watch mode, and you can do a yarn build, which will build it, um, the admin panel, and then you can do the yarn Strapi. It will just show you all the commands available. The difference between watch mode and without watch mode is whenever you create a collection or do some changes in the code, it will not reflect on the instance. So I usually open it with the help of develop command because that helps me to make changes, etc. So let's do that. Oh, there we go. It's building the app with the help of Webpack, and that's why it was taking a little while. It takes a little while when it's doing it for first time, but once it's done, then you can restart it quite quickly and easily. So you just have to bear with Strapi first time because it's a quite heavy and bulky application. And then once it's installed and ready to run, then you're ready to go. So you just have to wait for it. It's already almost 70% now, so just more few seconds and it will be up and running for us. There we go. So it has installed the Webpack and it has provided us the current timing, and it has also given us the localhost URL where we have to go and do the rest stuff. So this is the URL where your local instance has been installed. So let's go and create a user here. So, and then you can put the password anything you want. Let's start. There you go. So here is your Strapi installation with the help of your MySql database on your local server, right? So this is your users collection, and this is the content type builder where it asks us to go and create the collections. Um, there is this roles here, few roles and permission, user roles and permissions. And here is the marketplace where you can download and install stuff. This is the plugin manager where all of your plugins are managed, and this is the settings section where you can change settings for your instance. Right, so let's quickly go and then see how many roles we have. So there are different content types, permission roles and users. We can create new collection here. So for example, products, continue, and then we select name of the product, short text, and then another one is description, and another one is maybe price, and I think the last should be created at date. So I think we should choose date. So click on finish. Okay, so you can't actually create a drag because it's already defined in Strapi. So let's say date and then finish, and this will create it. Now notice here when I click on save button, it actually restarts the whole application, which is what I kind of don't like, because uh, Node.js hostings are pretty expensive, and then it's very difficult to get those hosting set up ourselves when you're starting, and then if every time your machine your application is restarting on the servers, it breaks it and it causes so much problems, and that's why I don't really like this approach which Strapi has used. But anyway, I mean, this is how it is, so what we can do. Right, okay, so let's go to settings and let's go to roles. Now, one thing you need to remember, because this is a community edition, they have only provided you with 3 roles: author, editor, and superadmin. If you click on adding another role, you will see that you have reached to the limit. And there is again another limitation in the Strapi community edition. So again, one of the reasons which tells me, okay, not to go for this headless CMS. So this is a simple way which I wanted to explain you how you can install Strapi on your MySqL database. Now in the next video, we will learn about how to install Directus headless CMS on top of your MySqL, and we will have a look how this compares with Strapi. Okay. If you like the video, give me a like, and if you have any question, please put it in the comment section. I'll try to answer. Thanks.